what's up? I just wanted to make a quick video, kind of on the state of Avalanche slash Behemoth. Essentially, um, I have given my files away to someone that I can actually trust. Essentially, the last time that I handed out the Avalanche files was with Marky. And I don't know, I'm assuming a lot of people kind of know about what happened there. Because when I was getting back into retail Fiesta, I was trying to make a program for the community to use, and first comment was, "Wait, aren't you the guy that hacked Marky?" Yeah, and you can see it on screen there. Um, so yeah, that's kind of how that went. Got fucked over. He got fucked over. So there's that. But long story short, they didn't end up actually having my files because they changed them for whatever reason. There's going to be a lot of comments on that, I'm sure. So yeah, so the Avalanche files are going to be live again. And essentially, I've got everything up and running. And I want to say that I'm not a part of the Avalanche staff, or Behemoth staff. I'm literally just setting my files up. I changed a lot of stuff in the databases that wouldn't make sense to anyone, so I couldn't simply just release them like a normal server. I went through and I renamed and reconfigured a lot of things, dumbed down some server branches and made some of my own. So yeah, in that sense, I really got to be the only one to configure it. Some people might be able to figure it out, but I just said, hey, what the hell? And again, I'm sorry I'm losing my voice, so probably sound like ass. But in that retrospect, the server is definitely in good hands, and a couple things have changed since the last time the server was live. There's been added belts, waist, belts. Why do I keep saying the same thing? Belts, wrists, and gloves. Now, you can't actually see them like on your character. There's just inventory slots for them. The files that I'm on right now are actually a fresh Odin install, and I'm moving everything over because when I was making the server, there was a lot of items that I added to the game for stuff, but I actually never ended up needing them or using them. So I'm just kind of trying to clean up the files a little bit before I put them live again. So, and I'm in the process of moving that stuff. As you can see, I've got a lot of the stuff moved over. The bosses are moved over. It's pretty much just those newer items that I haven't moved over. But everything is just like old Avalanche. So you can see all the gear and stuff, and everyone's going to be like, oh, it's so OP like last time. Essentially, cosmetic items, which I'm still changing now that I've moved over. Costumes do still give the base stats that they start with in most Odin servers. So I'm moving all that stuff back to where they don't give any sort of benefits. That is to urge people to just wear their own gear. Another thing is I might move the NPCs that actually sell costumes and stuff. I might just move them into Darktown here, which is an area for level 95 and up only. So in that sense, you wouldn't be able to wear any cosmetics that you don't get from your reward capsule from leveling until you hit level 95. That, like I said, I want to keep this server more RPG-like. Not so much on the Fiesta side. Yes, it's still a Fiesta server, so it's still going to be very Fiesta in that sense, obviously. I'm just trying to make it feel a little more RPG-like, where your gear is your gear, not the costume that you wear over it. Because I want people to be seen in the gear they're wearing. So when someone asks them, like, hey, can you tank? And be like, sure, yeah, I can tank. You can't tell if they have a costume. So in that sense, if you actually see they're wearing the correct gear, whether that be tier 1, 2, 3, whatever it may be, you would actually be able to tell. And the other thing, the weapon skins are going to be changed a little bit. In previous Avalanche, it was just a straight drop rate. I don't like weapon skins. I just never have. I think they're stupid. They really are. It's just another way to add more damage and shit to your character when you don't really need it. Not in my server, anyways, because weapons do way more damage than normal servers. Yet the stats equal out to what they would be on other servers. You're just not wearing a costume, weapon skins, all that shit. You just get charms and the gear you're wearing, and that's it. There's none of that other bullshit stacking, essentially. The only costume that really gives any benefit is the legendary cape, which essentially is a quest line for endgame players that have cleared tier 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, it's a little OP, but you have to earn it. And I'm actually adding onto the quest to make it even longer. Most players were able to acquire it in about a 1 or 2 week period with steady playtime every day. And I want that to be closer to 2 months. So very few people will actually have this. And that's the thing, is like, this is meant to be a long-term server. That's how I built it. I know last time it was only up for about 6 months. That's because I got really busy with work, and that's why I'm not putting it up myself again, because I don't want to get too busy with my job. So in that sense, this server should be up for at least a year. It's myself and one other guy, Legendary Zakaria. You'll see him in Discord and on the forums and stuff. We're going to be paying for it. And that being said, I might be helping pay for it, but I'm not going to be a staff member. I want to play the game, and that's simply it. I might still be doing some development, but I won't have server access and stuff. I'll be working with Siren. She's going to be pretty much the only dev on the files, and essentially she's going to keep it going and keep doing updates and stuff, and we'll collab together. Like, I might pitch her an idea, and then she might implement it. And do note, Avalanche started out as a project server for me, so in that sense, essentially, I like working on it just in my spare time. And I've gotten so many demands to put it back online, believe it or not. I've had people message me for my files or for me to put it back online. I'm still getting comments on my YouTube videos from 2.5 years ago saying, hey, is this server still online? So yeah, like, a lot of people like that it's a little different. My servers is hard. It really is. Like, I don't want people to, be geared in a day. It's more meant for the months ahead. And I'm only gonna keep making it harder, essentially. And that's one thing. Siren was actually one of my beta testers way back when, who started making her own servers and stuff. So she gets that. Like, she understands the concept, and that's why I'm gonna have her carry on the Avalanche legacy, just rebranded as Behemoth. With this whole Discord trend that's happening with Fiesta servers lately, I don't really understand why, but I've had a couple people pop in and be like, oh, it's a Jake server, and then they just leave, and it's like, okay, do you, fam? I really don't give a shit. I mean, I paid for Avalanche for 6 months by myself, and we only averaged 20, 30 people online at a time. And that's okay, but I mean, it's not a lot, and I don't care about having, these massive player bases and stuff. Granted, a lot of my stuff is revolved around that. But I'm not like the other servers that just overhype their things, and then, they just end up closing them down, or they didn't add as much as they thought. I just simply just want to make content for Fiesta. It's just a fun pastime. It's such an open source game, and you can change so much on it that it's just fun. It really is. That and World of Warcraft private servers. That's another thing that I dabble on a lot. And RuneScape. I just like fucking with that shit. So yeah, in that sense, the server's out of my hands now. In my own time, in my own private server, on my personal computer, I'm probably still going to be making stuff. And once I hash it out, I might be like, hey, Siren, you should add this. Pitch it to the community, see if they want it, and if they do, we'll slap it in there. So yeah, and I mean, I'm still working on some stuff. Working on more boss mechanics, and that's the main thing I like, is I like making bosses actually hard. I don't like watching people just sit there and smack a boss for 2 hours and essentially then they get a kill. Um, Spoiler alert, like the mime boss for the level 100 blues. There's basically, the mime himself who hits hard as shit, may I mind you. So you definitely need a tank and a healer. But you also are probably going to need a mage. Reason being, there's a lot of extra ads in there. And he spawns more ads over time. Um, so essentially, you have to do ad control and be able to tank the boss. And the best routine I seen was from a guild that played it on the original server when we had it up. And what they were doing is they had two people basically kiting the extra mobs that were spawning and the mobs that were already there, while the tank just took aggro on the boss in the corner with getting healed. And that's really the only way you could do it. Like, it was not meant to be soloed or anything less than 4 people. So that's probably one of my favorite fights, because he is so hard. And if you guys want to attempt that, that's right in here. I'm not going to go in or anything. If you played the server, you kind of know what it looks like. You could probably go back to some of my other videos and see, what it kind of looked like a little bit. But yeah, that was definitely probably the best thing that I have ever created, because it was actually challenging. And once people figured it out, it was a little easier. Some of the bosses, I will admit, I do want to tweak before I actually let the server go, because I'm currently still working on it. Like I am. I'm just hashing some stuff out. Like I said, I'm cleaning up the files. And then from the stuff that I learned of having the server up for a half year, I'm changing some of that stuff. If you watch my development reasoning video, you can see like that was after the server being up for about 4 or 5 months, so pretty close to the end there. That I was like, whoa, I gotta change some shit. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing, is I'm finishing what I started essentially. So yeah, and you guys will still see me in game. I will not have any admin privileges. I just want to play my own game. The reason I was making those changes, even when the server is offline, because I've added a ton of shit, was essentially because I was just playing it by myself. I would throw it online and just host it on my computer and have a couple of my buddies connect, and we'd just play for the day. We like Fiesta, essentially, and that's it. We're just hobbyists in Fiesta. That's why we're not having a cash app. I refuse to let there be a cash app. I will open a donation section. That's fine. If you actually just like the game and want to support it, cool. If you don't care. I'm not going to let an item mall ruin the server. I've never liked item malls. I think they're fucking retarded. So yeah, I'm just going to let it be the server that it is, essentially. So yeah, I just wanted to make, I know I kind of said I wanted to make a quick video, and I'm running on, 13 minutes? Yeah, kind of rambling. Sorry. Of just kind of what's changed, essentially. And I know I didn't go over that too much. I just kind of wanted to give a sneak peek of kind of what's happening right now before voice cracks happen. As of now, everything is set up. Server's on, patcher works, launcher works, registration works and all that. Not on the actual website. I haven't edited or fixed any of that stuff up because I'm lazy as shit. But all that stuff will be up in due time. So yeah. Fuck. Sorry, tonsils are swollen. So yeah, I hope you guys, take this video for what it is, and it's just a quick little update video into what the server is as of now and where I stand in it. Because I know a lot of people fucking hate me ever since I, took Marky's computer away, basically, and put it all over the internet. So yeah, I just hope you guys give the server a chance now that I'm actually not a part of it, essentially. And I'm sick of repeating that to people. Stop asking me if you can be staff. That's not going to be on me. I don't really give a shit. That's where you ask Siren or Zakaria. So, yeah, until next time, guys, I'll see you in game. Hey, guys, I just wanted to point one more thing out. You can find all the old development videos still on my channel. I'll leave a link over there. And to essentially link you to the old Avalanche update videos. And another thing, fun fact, the tattoo that you see on my character right above me, that way, is actually my tattoo. I'm wearing the same shirt. I just realized that when I was editing the video, and I'm adding this in last minute. But that's actually my chess piece. Some people didn't know that. Fun fact.